One of the questions that is very often asked of me when I either finish a workshop or a major meeting with entrepreneurs or a mentoring session with all students and group of people who need me to help them focus on life's important tasks. And the question is, where do you get so much of self-confidence from? Now, that's a really amazing question. Because obviously, if you're asking me that question, you lack self-confidence. So here's my question to you. Do you lack self-confidence? Do you know that that is a very common weakness and there are many ways to write them over? You'd like to know about it? Well, fair enough. Welcome. Welcome to the Sledgehammer's Edge Powerpack. Welcome to all my life's wisdom, knowledge, and experiences. The lack of self-confidence is such a big thing with a lot of people. Actually, I don't think anybody lacks self-confidence. What you lack are what I call 6 sledgehammering tips to discover and enhance your self-confidence. So I'm going to talk about those 6 sledgehammering tips just for you. Tip number 1, posture. There's a lot that happens in your mind when your posture is incorrect. The very Indian science of yogic exercises is all about posture improvement. The more comfortable and structured your posture is, the more confident you will feel about yourself. Could you imagine if I had to take the session sloping like this and talking? What do you think? Where do you think I'd go with this? But my posture is always like this, erect, straight, and ready for action. And that's the reason why I have a good, solid dose of self-confidence. Point number 2. You should have a very, very practiced control over your speech. Its content, the way you put it across to people. Don't rush a conversation. When you rush a conversation, when you rush what you're trying to say, people have the feeling that you're not really confident of what you're saying and you're more interested in what could be the reaction once you said what you said. That's actually true. If you ask people who speak very fast and want to get the point across ASAP, are actually more hungry to know what is going to be your reaction. But a man or a person or a woman for that matter, who is self-confident and confident about the content of what he or she wants to say, will say it naturally and without necessarily wanting to explore what the reaction could be. Because the reaction most often is predictable if you are really, really confident about the content of your conversation. Number 3, attire. Very often we don't look at or don't feel what we wear and end up looking very sloppy and feeling sloppy. A well-ironed simple shirt on a well-ironed simple pant with a nice pair of polished shoes makes you feel that you're ruling the roost. Believe me, it's so simple. If you walk into a conference, you walk into a meeting or you walk into a seminar, you notice on stage the one that's well dressed often is the one that speaks with a very high level of confidence. Believe me, just give it a shot and check it out. Because that person has come to kill. The person has come as a thought leader to impress the world on a new way to think, a new modus operandi to exist, and somewhere down the line to change the way the world exists. Number 4, read. Read acquired knowledge. Just don't be an empty vessel, because all that will be doing is making a whole lot of noise which most people wouldn't be interested in hearing. Now, don't read almost everything under the sun. Connect with those niches that you are very comfortable. Niches that, for example, for me, I love 2 niches. Number 1, how to become a better version of yourself. And number 2, business development, taking product to the market. How you can actually help entrepreneurs to run successful businesses by taking their vision, their mission, their solutions, and their products to the market. Now, that's my niche. And in that space, I am extremely, extremely well read. So therefore, I walk into my workshops, I walk into my mentoring sessions, I walk into my meetings with my mentees, my entrepreneurs, with absolute confidence. Number 5, eye contact. This is a very, very critical part of exuding self-confidence. If I had to speak to you by constantly moving my eyes away and looking elsewhere, you probably may assume that I really don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just probably wasting your time. But when I look at you eyeball to eyeball, without even wondering or imagining or coming to a conclusion in terms of what you may or may be thinking of what I'm saying or who I am, how does it matter? Because you're out there listening to me. So eyeball to eyeball contact is very, very critical to portray a very deep level of self-confidence. And finally, number 6, connect with people. Whether you're an introvert, extrovert, or whatever, keep connecting with people. Because the environment that you exist in is the environment that you become. And if you are a loner, it's not going to be that easy building up an air of self-confidence, because there is really no one else you have to compare your intelligence or your intellect or whatever thought processes that are going through your mind with. But if you are constantly connecting with people, getting their views, discussing, talking, understanding, beginning to understand your ecosystem, because ecosystems change most often, that's when you are with it. That's when you exist day to day. That's when you are absolutely in control of everything that is happening around you and within you. So it's very important to be connected with people if you want your self-confidence to shoot all the way up to the sky. I hope the 6 points in my vlog helps you to literally build up your self-confidence. If there is anything else that you'd like to know about self-confidence, or if there's an angle that you feel I haven't covered, please comment on the box below. And I'll be most delighted to answer each of your queries. This is Anand Nair, Signing off for now. Thank you so much for being part of this Powerpack journey with me. Till we meet again very soon, you take care.